If I told you it's been more than 15 years since Arsenal won a Premier League trophy, would you believe me? Of course you'd believe me. I mean, it's the reason why rival fans keep trolling Arsenal fans. And every football fan knows that such banter can hurt like a bee sting. But every serious club knows there's no point licking your wounds. And the only way to avoid the bants is to actually win trophies. Now, to win trophies, you need to have a clear plan. You need a manager who knows what he's doing. You need to sign quality players. And a bunch of other things that title-winning clubs do. And what if you don't have the financial power to compete in the market for the best players? Well, then you have to fall back on your academy players. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments which team you want us to feature next. Stick around to see who are the players we picked up for you this time. Arsenal is no stranger to promoting young talents. In fact, the club has been long synonymous with nurturing young talent. From the days of Theo Walcott and Jack Wilshere to the more recent successes of Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe, Arsenal's academy has consistently produced future stars. In today's video, we'll explore why Ethan Nwaneri, Myles Lewis-Skelly, Salahadin Ulad M'hand have everyone excited. We'll look at their individual skill sets, how they're already impacting the club, and why analysts believe these players could be the backbone of Arsenal's midfield in the future. Let's start with the name that's already making headlines, Ethan Nwaneri. In September 2022, he did something no one had ever done before. He became the youngest player in Premier League history at just 15 years and 181 days. To put that into perspective, most kids his age are focused on school exams, but Nwaneri was stepping onto the pitch against Brentford, making history. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with focusing on school exams, but this record alone has set incredibly high expectations for his future. And while the pressures can be daunting, Nwaneri is proving he has the maturity and skill to handle it. But he isn't just about the hype. His skills are genuinely impressive. He's a natural attacking midfielder, known for his exceptional technical ability and intelligence on the ball, and a cool composure that's rare for someone so young. Despite his age, Nwaneri plays with such calmness on the ball that you'd never believe he's only 17. His versatility is another key asset. He's comfortable playing across various midfield roles, even slotting in as a winger when needed. While his debut may have grabbed headlines, his performances in Arsenal's youth system are where his potential truly shines. At the under-18 level, Nwaneri consistently outperforms his peers, showcasing a level of football intelligence and technical prowess far beyond his years. Pundits and analysts are already speaking highly of his potential. Arsenal legend Ian Wright, speaking on the Stick to Football podcast, shared his thoughts on how Mikel Arteta could utilise Nwaneri in Arsenal's midfield. Wright believes that with Odegaard injured, Nwaneri could be put in Odegaard's role since he has the ability to create chances. Do you know what it means for an Arsenal legend to sing your praises like that? It means he's seen something special in Ethan. While it's clear that Arsenal are being careful not to rush his development, the signs are there. Nwaneri could be a central figure in Arsenal's future. Next up, we have Myles Lewis-Skelly, a player who is already drawing comparisons to some of the best box-to-box midfielders in the game. He's even been dubbed Michael Essien Regen. Lewis-Skelly is the kind of player every team needs, a relentless engine in the middle of the park, capable of doing the dirty work while also driving the team forward. At just 18 years old, he's already established himself as one of the standout prospects in Arsenal's academy, and his performances have fans and analysts buzzing about his potential. His game is built on power, athleticism, and tactical awareness. He's a true box-to-box midfielder, known for his ability to win the ball back with crunching tackles and immediately turn defence into attack. His physicality allows him to dominate midfield battles, while his stamina enables him to cover large areas of the pitch. But what really sets him apart is his ball progression. He's not just a ball winner, he's a ball carrier. Once he's regained possession, he can drive forward with the ball at his feet, breaking through lines and putting his team on the front foot. Perhaps the moment that made me respect the kid was the driving run he produced in the Youth Cup quarter-finals against Cambridge, which led to Nwaneri scoring. In that game, Skelly picked up the ball from his centre-back deep inside his own half, before running the length of the pitch, taking at least 4 Cambridge players out of the game as he made his way into the opposition penalty area. It was a fabulous run, you just needed to be there. Even Jack Wilshere, his under-18s coach, believes so much in him. In an interview, he praised the youngster, saying, "We give him the tools he needed to develop. But you can see certain moments that are not coachable. Certain players can't do that. Only certain players can." What's more impressive is that he's consistently performed at a high level against older, more experienced opponents, showing that he's not just a prospect, but a player ready to challenge for a first-team spot soon. Last, but certainly not least, we have Salahadin Ulad M'hand, the player who adds flair and creativity to Arsenal's future midfield core. While Nwaneri is the wonder kid and Lewis-Skelly is the midfield general, Ulad M'hand is the playmaker, the maestro with the ability to unlock defence and dictate the flow of the game. His technical ability and vision have made him one of the most exciting prospects in Arsenal's youth ranks. What makes M'hand particularly dangerous is his ability to see passes that most players wouldn't even consider. He has the kind of footballing vision that allows him to read the game 2 or 3 steps ahead, often playing the killer pass that leads directly to a goal-scoring opportunity. His knack for picking out runners and delivering perfectly weighted through balls make him the kind of midfielder that every striker dreams of playing alongside. Youth coaches at Arsenal have also highlighted his technical ability and tactical intelligence, with many noting that his style of play mirrors some of the best midfield creators in modern football. There's already talk of him potentially stepping up to fill the creative void in Arsenal's senior squad in the coming seasons. Now that we've explored the individual brilliance of Nwaneri, Myles Lewis-Skelly, and Salah-Eddine Oulad M'hand, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. How does their rise fit into the club's long-term vision? The emergence of these 3 represents more than just exciting prospects. It signals a new era at Arsenal. With Mikel Arteta at the helm, Arsenal has undergone a significant transformation in recent years, blending experienced stars like Odegaard and Declan Rice with young, hungry talents. Now these 3 midfielders could be the final piece in his vision for a dynamic, fluid and dominant team. I genuinely think Arteta has been trying to replicate Guardiola's fluidity in formations. After all, he studied under Pep, but since he doesn't have the financial backing like Pep to sign the players he wants, he's had to adapt. In a system that emphasises quick transitions, positional play and relentless pressing, these young midfielders are tailor-made for Arteta's style of play. Their ability to slot into different tactical roles while maintaining a high level of performance seems to be what Arsenal has been missing. Another scary thing about this young midfield core is the depth and flexibility they bring to the squad. Each of these players offers something unique that complements the existing midfield structure at Arsenal. You see, one major reason City has been so dominant these past few years is because they have the squad depth to compete at the highest levels. So they're never bothered about extra fixtures or player injuries. A classic example is Rodri's season-ending injury. Despite Rodri being a key player for City, his absence has not really affected the team, since they have players that are just as good as him to fill in his shoes. While it's tempting to get carried away with the excitement, the truth is that the road to becoming a first-team regular at a top club like Arsenal is never easy. Injuries, dressing room egos, and the mental challenges of professional football all pose obstacles. But if Nwaneri, Lewis-Skelly and Oulad M'hand continue to progress as they have, there's little doubt that Arsenal's midfield will be in safe hands for the next decade. Arsenal fans can start dreaming of a future where this trio leads the charge for Premier League and Champions League glory, and finally put an end to the annoying banter from rival fans. Ladies and gentlemen, the next wave of Arsenal's golden generation is here, and they're ready to take the football world by storm.